what's life like in Australia during COVID-19? What's the difference from versus before? Do you notice any?
Honestly, no, it's out here. It's the same. It's the same old stuff that we've been doing. So we get out, get ready, go to work, and that's really it. The same thing would happen if Corona was happening, or if it wasn't happening. We'd still just get up and go to the grocery store because we're an essential service, so we're allowed to walk around to work, and we're allowed to essentially make money. And that's something that we're really lucky because we're foreigners in this country.
Yeah.
They're obviously going to look after their own people first, and a lot of those people who lost their jobs, they're going on farms. But
Yeah.
our boss, he doesn't really hire locals, so all he does is he hires backpackers. And
you guys,
we're lucky we're backpackers, and he has a thing with Global, so that's the company we did it with, the Working Global Travel Company.
Yeah.
So like they're good. It's good if you want to travel somewhere for like a year and like it's your first time ever doing it. Like you don't know what you're doing. They help you. They help you with plane tickets. They help you have a place to stay for like 4 days. Right. They help you get like a job, like interview, not like a job per se. That's kind of something that you got to look at, like the fine print with a lot of these organizations. Like they'll say something like, yeah, we'll help you get like a job. And it's like, okay. And then they'll get you an interview, and then it's up to you to actually accept that job and take it, which a lot of people who came down with us didn't really end up doing. Like a few of them did, but a lot of them didn't. So when we came down, there was Chris, myself, 3 people from the UK, a girl from Spain, a guy from Belgium, and another Canadian.
Yeah.
And a few of those people went home when they were like urging like foreigners to like travel home when Corona first hit. That really like early days, those first stages. Yeah. And a lot of
they're getting into the good stuff.
People, they kind of came Gold Coast. I want to see Brisbane. I want to see a lot of places and just fucking like vacation and then work later. But then Corona hit. Those people probably ran out of money, and then they had to fucking go home. So that's kind of the thing. It's like you get the working over with, and then
that's perfect though. That's not too bad, because that's like, do you think so? Then it's probably better for you guys that you did the way you did, and you took the path that you guys took, given with the outcome now, how COVID has been such an impact.
Yeah, I think it was the best possible outcome of the situation. Like, we're out in the middle of nowhere. Our little community, knock on wood, has no cases of Corona. So like everyone's good. There's probably about 300-400 people, if that, in this town. And we're also a border town, and all the borders are just like shut down. So you need to have like government papers to even cross the border. And then if you're like, the hospital is on the other side. So we're in New South Wales.
Yeah.
And then Queensland has their own side, so 2 different states. So Mungindi, New South Wales, Mungindi, Queensland. The hospital's on Queensland, so if you need to use the hospital, you have to print a piece of paper saying who you are, your address, and all this stuff about you, so that they can let you pass, and then you get to go to the hospital. But if you're just like traveling, so it's like, hey, I want to just go to Queensland, I'd have to print this, show them, and then I'd have to find somewhere to self-isolate for 2 weeks, and then I'd be allowed to go to the grocery store wherever I'd end up staying, or do something essential like, oh, I want to go exercise, oh, I want to go to my girlfriend's house, oh, I'm going to a funeral, something like that. There's like, they have a lot of different rules with Corona out here. Like I read them a few weeks ago, but I can't remember what all 16 were, but there's like 16 reasons why you can leave your house in Australia.
What was 1 or 2, dude, that stood out to you?
One of them, this one was pretty funny. So if you want to go get laid and come back home, you're allowed to do that.
What? Fuck off. Are you serious?
Yeah, but they didn't say it like that. They said it all government and proper, but they're pretty much like, hey, if you wanna go fuck.
Oh, I'm sure Kristen knows.
For intimate reasons.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you may not linger.
Yeah. So intimate reasons. If you all didn't catch that, so you get to leave your house for intimate reasons, but you can't linger there, and you got to go straight home. And then another cool one was like, oh, exercise. So it's like, oh fuck, I want to go on a bike ride. I can go ride my bike. But yeah, I can't talk to people. I can't stop and see Bob at the corner and be like, oh Bob, what up? Blah 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 blah. Have a fucking chat, shoot the shit.
Yeah.
And then talk to fucking Red down the road once you see him after you start pedaling again. And then you can go home. But it's like, no, you ride your bike and go home. But since Mungandai is so small and like we don't have Corona here, people just don't really care. Like there's a few social gatherings that happen still.
Nice. What's that like?
It's cooler. They're not like really big. Like person I went to a little farmstead with someone we met. So his name was Ben. We went to his friend Gitch's farm. So we had a few drinks one night. We were just talking, telling them about Canada. They're telling us about Australia.
Nice.
And it was really cool just like exchanging the different, talking about each other's culture. Like our friend Ben, where he's from somewhere far up north in Queensland, where his parents live, the coldest he'll get is plus 16. Like ever.
Wow.
Plus 16.
Wish, bro.
And they're wearing like a sweater and they're like, oh, I'm cold. And then and yeah, they don't leave their house. And when it gets down to like -1 or to -7, they just fucking freak out. The whole town just doesn't even do anything.
Absurd.
And they don't know what to do. And then and it's not that cold, you know. You just put on a toque and a sweater and you just fucking and you just go. But that's just the difference, like
right, but you're climatized.
A few weeks before, you got to acclimatize to wherever you're staying.
Right, so you're so used to staying.
Chris and I.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. I misspoke about something. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, you're I meant to say you're so used to how the weather is in Canada, and especially up north, that when you go all the way down, now it's crazy cold is 1 degree and you guys are like shit.
Yeah, well, 1 degree isn't that cold.
Maybe no, not at all.
It's a little cold.
Maybe for your buddy Ben.
But if they ever fucking saw minus, like, no, it's not even cold to you, but like if they saw -15, they'd fucking shit 6 bricks. Like they wouldn't know what to do. And then a lot of these people have never seen snow before, and they're like, "Oh, I really wish I could see snow. That'd be so cool."
Mm-hmm.
But they
wasn't Jeff saying that like he came in like a sweater and pants because it was plus 18 and it was cold?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, like people plus 18 think it's cold, plus 16 think it's cold. Our neighbor Jeff, we're always like, he'll come over sometimes, and we're like, man, you should come to Canada, blah blah blah. We'll just chat, and then he's like,
nice.
When should I come? And I'm like, just like come in our summer, man. Like he'll be from like 20 to 30, and he's like, well, that's what my winters are kind of like. And he's like, I'd be cold. I'd have to wear pants and a sweater and stuff. And I'm like, that's crazy, man. Like back where we're from, that's just fucking hot, and everyone's out in like beaters and at the beach and just fucking having a good time, man. But like that's really it.
So I'm curious about this. When it comes to when you have a conversation with somebody overseas about what Canada's life's like, what's your like go-to? Do you have a go-to story or a go-to like example to set the tone of what Canada's like to somebody who has no idea or has never been?
Yeah, so my go-to story is pretty much that the one where my car fucking broke down in the middle of winter before we even left to Australia. The one where I had to get towed and all that fun stuff. So we like to like set the scene that it snows for most of the year, probably like 6 to 8
7 months. Yeah,
literally. Some ridiculous like that, but
stupid.
You're just so used to it that like
Dude,
there's nothing you can do, right?
Listen,
or maybe
it
not
snowed.
Used to it, but
it snowed today. Yeah.
Really?
So enjoy. Yeah. So I hope I'm jealous you're wearing a t-shirt because it's -1 right now.
Dude, don't tell that to people here. They'll fucking be like, "How are you even alive?" But
I was in a sweater and jeans.
I'm wearing pants. So nice. It's kind of cold. It's a little cold. Not
Australian cold.
Yeah, it's Australian cold. Yeah. But I like to tell people about the minus the time where my car kind of broke down because it was like that fucking ridiculous snowstorm. Snow just fucking got up all in my engines. And I had to tell him that I had to like pull over and then just wait for the tow truck. And before my dad even showed up, we were just stuck in my car and it's just fucking dead. It's cold. And there's just nothing you can do except just wait for a tow truck. And then eventually my dad showed up and then was like, we waited in the warm car, so it was good. And then we got home and got to dinner. So it all worked out in the end. But another thing I like to say is that like during the winter, if you do have a car, it's like, yeah, you got to start it. And that's fucking annoying if it even starts that day and then you got to scrape it. And then you got to fucking get all the snow off it. Yeah. But once the car is started, you go from warm house to your warmed up car. You go wherever you're going, and then you're probably going to, unless you're going like an ODR or doing something outside, you're going to like the building. It just warms it up automatically like that, or you go to like a school, or you go to a fucking library, or you go to somewhere that has central heating. Yeah. So it's like, that's another thing that I like to tell them. It's like, yeah, it's cold, it sucks. Once you gotta deal with your car, or once you gotta walk, it sucks. But if you go from warm building to warm car to warm building, you're kind of not in the cold that much. You kind of just don't. It's a way to combat the cold in a way, but that's only if you really have a vehicle. And then once you get to where you're going, the whole process starts again. You got to warm it up. And that's another thing I like to tell people. It's like, it's not that bad. You just live with it your whole life. So it's just like life goes on. Doesn't matter if you're fucking.
But the thing is too. Yeah, like, look, the thing is, I find it tends to slow down. Like, it slows everybody down. Yeah, so everything just slows down. It's not a matter of, like, if it just happened to you, it'd be a nuisance. But because it happens to everybody, it's just now a way of living.
Yeah. But, to a lot of people, just, like, another way to think about that is, do a lot of people let that slow them down? A lot of people still drive fast, still try to get things done quick in the snow, and that's when problems occur. Do you think that happens? So it's like, if it's like a big snowstorm and you're driving like 30, 35, when it's like you're in a 50, see someone speeding beside you at 50, did that person really get the message that you should slow down and stuff? It's like, that's just the thing about winter too, that that just doesn't connect with people, you know? People just don't think, I should slow down too, I can get there. And then that's where accidents happen. And then that's why it's also pretty fucking dangerous. It's like, damn. But
damn, bro.
One thing I'm pretty happy about is that the podcast is going to be more than 28 minutes long. Because remember, for all you
let's talk about this.
Out there, when Glenn was doing his older podcast with Davin, the Davin and Glenn show.
Yeah,
There
the
was
beginner.
one where, there was one where it was me and then a lot of Davin's friends, and that was kind of a wild ride.
Basically, Rhys stole the show for Everybody Wants to Know. Rhys told some gargantuan stories, and all the things that all three of Davin's friends said. Basically, Davin and I didn't feel like people should hear them, so we edited. We edited a 3-hour podcast down to 42 minutes. I think it was 42 minutes. It was probably 38, but let's just say for all of that time, it was mostly Rhys either talking or chirping people when they would talk. So Rhys took the MVP, the Oscar, and Rhys ran away with all the awards for
and the Juno
podcast guest.
I got the Juno too.
Yeah. Davin gave him the Juno.
Davin gave me the Juno. Yeah, that was really fun. Like, obviously,
That was a blast.
That experience, people can they don't get the chance to see that.
Right.
But it's probably, a lot of it's probably for the better. There's a lot of really, really rude and just controversial and things you just don't say at all, and it's just better left unsaid. But I re-listened to that a few weeks ago, and I was like, man, if he ever released the whole thing, just like out of the blue, just one day, just bam, just fucking.
I want to know
throws
if I have
everyone
the clips.
off. It's like available for like 1 hour, just like
1 hour?
1 hour,
Dude.
And then
I think it was deleted. Like,
or wait, was that like a 3 hour?
it was long. It was like
Session?
two or three.
2 or 3? Because
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, but I think I had to go out and puke at one
And
point.
you did. Yeah. And then you went out yacked because you shotgunned a couple beers on the way
And
to
the funniest
the show.
part was this fucking girl was sitting doing her homework, and then here I am, just my face is in this fucking trash can, and I just yacked, and I looked at her, gave her a thumbs up, and went back to the fucking podcast. And I don't know what she's doing with her life. She's probably like has her master's degree in. I'm in Australia.
Different strokes,
Nothing
I guess.
wrong with that.
Yo, nothing wrong with any of it. Like,
Because-
to each your own. But
Yeah, man, it's a great experience. I think if you're young, or not even young, I don't care. I think if you're at a point in your life, no matter how old you are, and you're like, I want to travel the world, I want to live somewhere else for a year, just like fucking do it, man. Like when I was on the plane, so it's like we went from Sudbury to Toronto, stayed in Toronto for a few days. I saw some of Kristen's family, saw my mom one last time, and then we flew out to LA. That was like a 6-hour flight. That was like easy flight.
Easy. Warming
and then
up.
you get to LA, and then you're like, holy fuck, LAX is huge.
Yeah.
It's fucking massive, dude. Like,
Yeah, dude.
The Tom Brady International Center is like its own wing, and then there's like terminals 1 through 6 on top of that. So like we got there and we're like in terminal fucking 2, and we're trying to get to terminal 3 because that's what the ticket said where our flight was gonna be.
Yep.
And then we're like looking for terminal 3, and I asked this girl, I'm like, hey, where's terminal 3? She's like, oh, that's on the other end of the airport. And I'm like, I don't want to lug my bag to the other end. She's like, where are you going? And I'm like, oh, I'm going to Australia. She's like, oh, no, you got to go to Tom Brady International. And then went to Tom Brady International. But something I noticed is that LAX is ugly. It's not pretty at all. It's ugly. The floors are just basic. It was like blue, white, yellow. It was just like going
Khaki
down this
colors,
fucking hallway. It's like something like in a horror movie, you know? We're just walking down this hallway. It just didn't end for a little bit. Then you have to take an elevator. Then you got to walk in like a little circle, and then you're finally in Tom Brady International. It's like once you pass this little pizza joint, that's how you know you're in the right spot. But I have to say that pizza joint we stopped at was one of the best pizzas I've ever had in my fucking life, dude. Like,
really?
Yeah, and it was crazy. As soon as we got in, I'm eating my pizza. I look up the TV, and it's like, oh, Kobe died. And I'm like, wow, the one time I go to LA, Kobe's gone. But like the thing, so everyone knows the story, the helicopter crash, man. When we got into LA, the fucking fog was so thick. I saw a plane go out, and then a second later it disappeared. Like, you could not see anything in front of you, man.
Bad.
So it was bad. So why they went, I don't know. I'm not going to say anything else just in case some viewers are like, oh, I'm going to end that guy if he says anything bad. But, like, the fog was really thick, man. He waited like 5-6 hours. Maybe something different would have happened. But, again, that was just something I took notice when I got there. And then I heard the news. And then I was like, It was shitty, but LAX is cool. Dunkin' Donuts is fucking top notch.
How's the coffee?
It's good. I have an iced coffee.
Nice.
And it's way better than Tim's. Tim's is like shit. I don't like Tim's.
We all have our opinions.
That was my LAX experience. Then we had some other burgers at like some other fast food joint that was kind of gross, and then we went on a 14-hour flight from LA to Australia, and that was a really, really smooth flight. Virgin Australia Airlines, fucking top notch, man. Like, once Corona's over, I suggest take them. Like, they feed you through the flight. You can get up whenever and get drinks. I didn't know that at the time, but now I do. If I ever go, like, I could have had like juice or pop or whatever, but I didn't know that. And then they have, like, since such a long flight, the screen built in, so you can like play games, you can watch TV shows, watch movies, you can read books. Nice. And it was really good. And I think something funny about that was before we even got onto the plane, I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but we're in this like little bus because we got to go from the terminal that was at the end of the airport, but that's the story for another time. So we're at this terminal, and then we get on this bus, and it's like jam-packed with people. And then there's me and Chris, a ton of people, and then there's these like 2 or 3 Australian guys who are just going home. And they're like, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "I'm from Canadian," because that's what everyone asked. And I was just going off on French Canadians, man. My dad is, but like, he's cool. He joined the Ontario side.
He's
so
all right.
It's all good. He's all right. And the thing I remember is that these like 3 or 4 little like French girls were just in the back, and they were like about to cry because we were just like I was just talking shit. And I can't remember what I was saying, but this Australian guy was loving it, and it was just fucking jokes going back and forth. And then yeah, it's like, Australians are great people. They're really cool. They're similar to Canadians, man.
Yeah.
Like, so that's what
their energy.
Yeah, and they're really welcoming, especially in Mungandai. So like, fast forward, I'm in the Gold Coast. That city's beautiful. The beach is fucking unreal. The beach is why I was like, yes, this is why I decided to come to Australia. This beach
is it, dude.
I haven't gone surfing yet, but I will. I'm gonna go down to Melbourne in the summer, and those waves apparently are really nice, and I'm gonna fucking learn how to surf out there. So don't worry, videos are coming soon. But
look forward to that.
Yeah, I'm definitely down for that.
Decent.
I'm pumped. But when it comes to the little town, a lot of people like make you feel welcome. That's something that I really noticed. I'm sure it's like that in every little town in every country around the world.
Yeah.
But like, people here are nice. Like, my boss, he lent me a truck for a little bit. I had to give it back for reasons. But
did you crash it, dude? You don't have the
No, I left the keys in the ignition one night, and then he came to borrow it, and he's like, "Hey, I need to use the truck," and I'm like, "Let me get the keys." He's like, "Mate, they're in the ignition," and I'm like, fuck, you got me. Like, so he took it back. I drove on the other side of the road for like 5 days. That was cool.
How was that? Was it tough?
Too, so Yeah, dude. So their little ute, it's like a little truck thing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, it looks sick in the photo.
yeah, it was just weird because I don't shift with my left hand, so I just had to get used to that. And as soon as I got used to it, damn, I fucked up and took the truck back, but it was all good. I'll drive again one day out
Yeah,
here.
one day.
But so that's cool. And then now he fucking drives me and Chris home from work pretty much every day. He'll pick me up whenever we have to do the loads, drive me
Nice.
to and from. The people at the Jolly, so that's just a little pub here. They're really fucking nice people. They're always always have a smile on their face. They're always willing
That's
to like
dope.
help you out. Like when they were open, they drove me and Chris home after we had a few drinks one night. They're like, we don't want you walking, drive
Nice.
you home. If you ever need to get a ride here, just call us. But then after that, they closed the fucking pub because all restaurants got closed down everywhere because of this bullshit virus. There's that. The butcher, Red, he's a great guy, man. Like after one of my shifts, I had a few beers with him and his friend Bob. We were just in his butcher shop, just on the piss, fucking drinking, having a good time, man. Just like
Nice.
really welcoming people. And then they drove us home, and then I had to do a load later that night. But don't tell anyone. That's keep that on the DL.
I won't
And
tell
then-
anybody.
Yeah, and then our neighbor Jeff, he drove us to work a few times in the rain and stuff.
Yeah.
He's just a good guy. Like there's good people out here, man. So it's
That's
really good. I'm really happy, man. I'm really happy I'm out here.
And yo, what's cool though, I wanted to point out to everybody listening and watching, I looked in the Google map, I put in your address on the satellite, and yo, the spaces between houses is like 50 feet. And they're like
Yeah.
fenced in houses in the
Yeah.
middle of these giant lots. So
Yeah.
you're already spaced out pretty much. And there's probably a couple hundred people in the community, you said?
Yeah.
At most? Like,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. Something that's kind of fucked up though. So someone has been trying to break into our house the last like 2 weeks.
Fuck them up, dude.
And the thing is, our neighbor Kenny saw someone creeping in our window when I wasn't home one night. And then as soon as I was on a load, Chris was home and heard someone like fucking
Oh man, you can't.
trying to open in our yard.
Yeah.
So it's kind of that part. So the last like 2 weeks have kind of been a little heat, but they kind of slowed down, and I'm trying not to let it get to me. But it's always like a little bit of it's always in the back of my mind. But
Yeah,
until
it's
they
a little
really
bit of
do something,
anxiety.
I can't think like the worst is gonna happen. So I just try to live my life, do a few tire flips in the yard to scare some people, and then fucking go from there, man. That's what I try to do. But
Unreal.
that's a little sketchy. But other than that,
Yeah.
Mung and I is chill. And I just want to ask you: have you still been doing jujitsu?
So I don't really want to put this out there, but yeah, sort of.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
good, man.
I'm doing like drills from the classes. Like Monkey still puts
Yeah.
up Zoom classes, and so we do that. And but otherwise, no jiu-jitsu. It's just mostly solo drills, conditioning that I still have my programs, so I still do that. I go for runs a lot.
Good man.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate every minute my foot is running. My feet are running. It's bullshit. But it's what you got to do. And so I think gyms are closed now. So I've been out for about a month or so. It's tricky, and there's a bit of if we didn't have classes and we were just going cold turkey, I think it'd be a lot worse. But there's an anxiety to not to being used to going so hard with training and stuff, and then there's an anxiety that comes with it when all of a sudden it's taken away.
Yeah,
You can't really do much, and it's tough to be motivated to want to push yourself further when you don't know when and if even you will get a chance to like compete again or get back to training. Like it's nice to see everybody online, see everybody engaged, and the energy and the positivity's there. But personally, it's a big challenge to get over.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's not out for too long, like much more. Sorry, it's late, so not too long, but it's a battle. So
yeah, for sure, man.
I'm trying to thrive. So far I've been, but I'm thinking longer term, and I think if I have to go another 3 months of this, I don't know how that's gonna go.
Yeah,
mentally.
Yeah, that might set you back a bit, but I'm not trying to be like, oh, blah blah, say some like negative shit.
No,
I think
like you're absolutely right though. You're being like honest, like that is what could happen.
It's also you gotta think about the whole corona, how the world's responded to it. That's another way I'm looking at it, because I was originally out here for like, I'm kind of in the same boat. So I was originally out here for like 3 months and a bit. So I'm supposed to leave May 20th. My bosses, they offered us to stay longer in the house and at the grocery store if we want to, if it surpasses the day we're supposed to leave.
You thinking of doing that?
And we definitely are, man, because we make a lot of money out here. We have a house.
You're not spending it on much anyway.
No, just like essentials, like groceries.
Yeah. That's it.
And a little bit of drinks here and there.
Yeah, here and there. Obviously,
that's really about it.
Yeah.
But I spend it a lot on data because we don't have Wi-Fi. That's like one real fucking low. But 20 gigs for $40.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's fucking
takes care of this.
Yeah. But it also, when I first heard the news that we might have to stay longer, it really fucking, I was a little depressed for a few days because I'm like, oh, I have to stay in this little fucking town for a little longer maybe. And then I was just trying to thrive with what I had. Like, hey, you know what? Look at the positives. I still got a job. I still got a house. So I don't have the virus. I can walk to work every day. Bam. I have nothing wrong. I can't.
You got your lady friend with you too?
Yeah, Chris is there too. So it's good. Fucking, I'm trying to just stay positive, and then I just kind of what you just said. It's like, damn, you're going on runs, you're going online, looking at shit, still drilling as much as you can. Using what you have, most out of that, and that's also important in the time like this. Like that's all you can do, man. And that's really it. And I haven't fucking seen a gym since Surfers Paradise, and that is one of the hardest things for me. But I know I'm gonna get back there, and when I do, I'm gonna fucking
go hard.
Go hard as fuck, man, and just
nice.
I ain't gonna be half squatting like some people on Instagram, man. Oh,
decent.
It's bad. I ain't gonna name names, but I saw some suspect depth. I hope they listen to this podcast. I might have to be like, yeah, listen to this podcast and hit that little jab at them. But yeah, I'm gonna go hard. Once we get back to the coast, back to the city, we're gonna take a few weeks to kind of just get back in the just not work for a little bit, and then we're gonna find some farm work, and then we're gonna hopefully stay here until next June, July, or August. That's kind of the plan, because no one wants to stay in fucking Mungandai for half a year and then go home in January. Like, no.
Nope. No way. No. Nah.
But I definitely hope you come down, bud. That would be fucking awesome.
It'd be pretty sweet. Yo, even if it like landed where you stayed 2 years, like do you foresee yourself being 2 years, or is this like I'll check up with you in a couple months to find out?
I'll check up with you in a couple months.
For now, we'll do a quarterly. Listen, we'll do a quarterly update on your living in Australia lifestyle.
Yeah, Australia is fucking beautiful, though. I definitely need to see more of it.
Yeah, you're fucking glowing right now, dude.
To add to that, but from what I have seen, It's fucking nice, man. It's just a great place. Everyone needs to visit Australia.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. The beer here is way better than back home.
Why is that?
I think it's the fact that it's so hot here and it's just like so refreshing when
it
you
hits
have a
it.
beer.
Hits
And
you good.
another thing I noticed, so it's like I worked like I worked in restaurants and some
Yeah.
I've done like a smidge, not even I wouldn't even call it that of like bartending. Like I poured beer.
You
out
know
of
your
tap.
pints though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing I noticed about back home is like when they have their taps, it's just a tap. I don't know if they really clean it. It's not cold at all. It's just like kind of warm beer. But back here, all their taps are like kind of like they have like frost and like ice on it, so it just comes out cold. So you just get cold fucking schooners. That's what they call. It's a little less than a pint. They just call them schooner. They're a little cheaper, but once you have like 4 of them, you're a little buzzed.
Fucking good to go.
Their beer percentage is higher, so like a 4.3% out here is like a 7 back home. That's the way I talk.
That's
the way
absurd.
I describe it. Because when I first showed up to Mungandai, the first place I went was the pub because I wasn't working for like 4 days. I got the light beer. I had 3 or 4 of them, and I was buzzing. And I'm like, I wasn't even supposed to be buzzing. Like I was supposed to have 3 beers. You can do that at home. So then it's different. And then once you try different beers, so like you go from golds are kind of shit now. You go Great North, no, you go Iron Jack.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. Great Northern's good. Tui News, bitters. My favorite's Victoria Bitter. That's a really good beer.
Excuse me.
And and that's it, man. That's my beer knowledge in Australia. Definitely need to go to a few breweries, send some shirts out to some people.
Decent, dude. Decent.
But yeah, man, that's Australia. It's fucking.
That's it.
I just kind of vanished one day, just disappeared. Like a few people knew I was leaving, and now whoever listens to this podcast knows I'm in Mungandai. And
dude.
It's a place if you never heard of.
Yeah.
Recording. We live. Mungandai, New South Wales. Rap album coming soon, 2025. Ham Apparel, 2026. No, I'm just kidding.